Imagine this. A heartwarming tale unfolds as a brave community bands together to rescue an elephant mother and her baby trapped in a well. Their heroic efforts showcase the power of compassion and unity in the face of adversity. A tale of compassion and bravery in Sri Lanka. In the heart of Sri Lanka, there unfolded a remarkable tale of compassion and bravery as a team of dedicated wildlife rescue officers, joined by Civil Defense Force members, embarked on a perilous mission to save the lives of an elephant mother and her baby. The duo had unwittingly stumbled into the depths of an agricultural well, their desperate struggles echoing through the night, unnoticed until the break of dawn. The setting for this heart-wrenching drama was a dry zone area, where farmers toil under the scorching sun, relying on the mercy of rain and the meager yields of their crops to eke out a living. In such harsh conditions, the luxury of modern infrastructure is but a distant dream, and improvised solutions like agricultural wells serve as lifelines for irrigation. It was in one such makeshift well that tragedy struck for the gentle giants of the jungle. In the cover of darkness, the elephant mother, driven by the primal instinct to nourish her young, led her offspring into the fields in search of sustenance. Little did she know that the parched earth held hidden perils, and as dawn broke, the light revealed the dire predicament of the trapped duo. It was the farmers who first stumbled upon the scene, their hearts heavy with empathy as they witnessed the majestic creature's futile attempts to break free. With a sense of urgency, they reached out to the authorities, summoning the wildlife officers and their allies from the Civil Defense Force to the rescue. When the officers arrived, they saw a very sad scene. The elephants looked distressed, with their trunks reaching out as if asking for help. They looked tired from struggling all night against the steep walls of the well. But the officers were determined to help them. They quickly checked the situation and thought about how to get the elephants out safely. It was a tough job. The well walls were too steep for the elephants to climb out on their own. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't escape. So, the officers came up with a plan. Instead of trying to pull the elephants out by force, they decided to build a ramp. This ramp would make a path for the elephants to walk out of the well and be free again. As the loud sound of machines filled the air, a big excavator called a JCB arrived at the place. Its long arm was ready to dig into the ground. As the sun went down and the shadows grew longer, the operators began their careful work. They knew they had to be careful because many lives depended on what they were doing. They worked for hours without stopping, the sound of the excavator's bucket hitting the ground over and over again, showing how determined they were. Each time they scooped up some dirt, they got closer to their goal. But it felt like time was moving very slowly as they watched the elephant situation get worse and worse. In the darkness, there was a little bit of hope, a small way out of feeling really sad. Smart animals walked carefully up a rough path. This showed how strong they were and how they wanted to keep going. Then, finally, they made it to freedom. They looked really great against the sky, like they were kings. For the people who watched this rescue, it was a win worth cheering for. It reminded them that working together, being kind, and not giving up is really powerful. When the saved elephants went back to the wild, they made happy noises that you could hear in the sky. It was like a song about not giving up and being hopeful.